Freddie Cuevas, Chicago, Mexican heritage, record of 25-8-1 with 17 KOs, so he's got some punching ability.
This is actually, I think, a pretty significant step up in class for Duddy, because Cuevas went the distance with Jermaine Taylor, who's now the middleweight champion of the world, and only, a year and a half ago.
Well, and he beat Alfredo, pretty handy fighter, and former champion Charles Murray, albeit near the end of his trail, but still. Yeah, this is a step up for John Duddy. A late starter in the pros. It was a top amateur in Ireland, and he's being piped in. Listen to this reception here in New York.
That's a loud 5,000 people.
Up the field, lads. And tomorrow is Puerto Rican Day in New York. They have their huge parade. Thousands will be out. So wait till we get to Koto.
That's Irish night right now.
Yeah, he's turned it into St. Patrick's Day, at least for the night. And the Fighting Irish still to come. The Pole from Chicago is of the Notre Dame football team's Fighting Irish. But this is John Duddy, undefeated at 16-0 with 14 knockouts. In his last outing on St. Patrick's Day weekend, or eve, he scored a first-round TKO over Shelby Pudwell, who had 21 wins and only 2 defeats. That was right here at the Garden over in the theater side of the building. Freddie Cuevas trying to get some of the crowd to rally for him. Good luck. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Attraction brought to you courtesy of Top Rank Incorporated and DeBella Entertainment in association with Nemeroff and Madison Square Garden. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the WBC President Jose Suleiman. The supervisor is Bob Malevich, along with the New York State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Ron Scott Stevens. Judging this bout from ringside, Melvina Lathan, Fred Ucci, and Steve Weisfeld, and our third man to the ring, the referee in charge, Arthur Mercanti. All right, fans, here we go. 10 rounds of boxing for the WBC Continental America's Middleweight Championship. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. Entering the ring wearing maroon trunks and hailing from Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in at 157 pounds. His record stands at 25 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw, with 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the challenger, Freddie Cuevas. And his opponent across the ring, the defending champion on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing green trunks with gold trim, hailing from Derry, Ireland, now fighting out of New York City. He weighed in at 158.5 pounds, undefeated in his professional campaign, 16 wins, no losses, 14 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting and undefeated WBC Continental America's middleweight champion, introducing Ireland's John Duddy. Ten rounds of championship boxing, ladies and gentlemen. Our referee in charge, Arthur Mercanti, now to give instructions.
Good evening, gentlemen. You received your rules early in the night by the New York State Athletic Commission. I expect a good, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you.
Well, guys, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more exciting night at Madison Square Garden in boxing. I mean, I've been in a lot of them over the years. You guys have as well. And it's this mix of interest, the various rooting groups on this card tonight is just unbelievable. And these are kids who have gone out and proven themselves and made themselves popular because of their success, their style. And this is just a lot of fun. That's really what I'm trying to say. How can you have more fun at a fight night than what we got going here? Isn't it great?
Cuevas seems to be mad. Just the idea that the crowd was not giving him any applause. He's got something to prove.
Freddie Cuevas from Chicago, Illinois. Big Mexican population there. Same surname as Cuevas. Yeah, but he's no relation to the great Pepino. But a proud of Mexican heritage, an American from Chicago, Illinois. Experienced fighter with 17 knockouts, George, in his 25 fights.
Cuevas, you can see he's just upset. No one's giving me any respect.
Keep it clean.
John Duddy, undefeated in 16 pro fights. It's only his third fight over 10 rounds. This scheduled for 12, and he took a left shot there from Cuevas.
You know what, Tim? Cuevas is a veteran guy. He believes that Duddy can only fight one way, and it's the way he's fighting right now. Coming forward, you know, not much side-to-side movement. Cuevas thinks he can out-slick Duddy. So far, it looks like he has a chance.
Absolutely. He's been counterpunching really effectively, landing that right hand, finding the opening in this first round.
Duddy seems to be steady with his left jab. He's steady, got to keep his hands up. It's going to be hard to get him a shot unless you catch him in a wild exchange. Like a fight with his hands up.
Both these guys had a lot of amateur fights. Cuevas had 60 amateur fights. He won 50 of them. Chicago Golden Gloves champion twice, 93, 94. You know, there's a lot of tough guys there. Duddy lands to the body. Duddy with 130 amateur fights. Irish national champion in 3 age divisions, the way they work it over there. Persuaded to come and turn pro in the U.S. Living now here in Queens, New York. One of the 5 boroughs of the city of New York.
Now, 2 things to watch, excuse me, George, with Cuevas are he suffered a really nasty cut to the top of his head in a fight a couple of years back, but in his most recent fight, in Kasimuma, he got cut in the left eyelid, which cost him the fight. So let's take a look, make sure that doesn't recur.
Yeah, he seems to be a bit cautious, moving away. So that may be some of the reason, understanding that he may get cut open.
And George, I don't want to raise the age issue again as I did with Kelly, but he is 36 also.
Oh, the age is not a problem. Stay out of the age.
I knew you were going to. That's why I offered that up.
Let's put it this way: all 3 of us would love to be 36.
Give me 36. I'll show you what to do with it.
Crowd chanting Duddy, Duddy, Duddy. I mean, even the non-Irish here, naturally, he's a New Yorker, so he's going to have the bulk of the crowd no matter what. End of round number 1, scheduled for 12. Going to the corner of John Duddy. Got a couple of big Americans working in that corner with him.
Where's the spit bucket?
Both those guys are bigger than you, George.
You know, that's the one thing about America. We've imported some great trainers of all sports all over the world, and it's coming back to haunt us now.
You know what I'm saying? Take your time. He don't want to be there. What are you trying to do?
I thought you were going to say we're getting bigger and bigger. That too.
But you know, you see some of those trainers coming in and teaching these boxers from over the country, and the talent.
Second round coming up, gentlemen.
Now we're looking in the Cuevas corner, and his trainer is Alfonso Ortiz. Looking back in the action of the first round.
Hooked by Cuevas.
See,
try to follow with the right hand.
He's a pro. I mean, he's going to do that.
He knows what he's doing. A little counter punch.
I think his counter punching was good enough to give him the round number 1.
Yep.
That's how I scored it.
Definitely the most seasoned guy Duddy's faced yet.
And in the interest of full disclosure, I am Irish.
Oh, okay.
That will have no bearing on your scoring.
Not only that, I also have to disclose I'm a graduate of the University of Notre Dame.